bro, loaded. So I'm like, so I stand up, and the cop was like, "Do you have any weapons on you?" I'm like, "Yes, sir, I do. I have a loaded 38 in my right hand pocket." He cuffs me up, pulls the gun out, empties it, and he was like, "Man, you know what, Mr. Williams?" He's like, "I'm so used to people lying to me on a daily basis. If you don't have any warrants, I'm not even taking you to jail today."
All right, and we're back. This one is a special one to me. A man that holds a very near dear spot in my heart. Tony Williams, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't say I have many friends in the world, right? But like we go way back.
Way back,
Like
man. 10
not
years
just
old.
like, yeah, 10 years old, I think we met each other, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So like I know up to like 2012 of your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after that is a fucking like
Disconnect.
disconnect because we
Yeah.
all went our separate ways in our own crazy
All doing our own bullshit, right?
own bullshit. Yeah. So I guess like let's start off with like childhood, man. Like what's childhood like for you?
So childhood, looking back now, I can see how it was kind of a crazy childhood. When I was in it seemed perfectly normal, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't know any better. You just know what you know. So childhood, mother was the rock. She was the responsible one, the one that went to work, paid the bills, made sure we had a roof over our head. Dad was more the cool dad, the nurturer, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everyone knew my dad, everyone loved my dad, but the whole time my dad's doing drugs, I have no clue, right?
Pimpin' Pete.
Pimpin' Pete, man. And that's how he got the name Pimpin' Pete, because once my mother found out what was going on, that's when I moved to Whitehall, and he literally turned the house that we grew up into a full-fledged crack slash whorehouse.
Wow.
So then everyone's calling him Pimpin'
Pimpin'
Pete, right?
Pete.
But as a kid, like again, like I was telling you earlier, you're so naive. Like I don't know what's going on. I just thought my dad liked to be in the bathroom for
And
10
he's
hours at a
yeah.
time. He took a real long shit,
Just thorough.
shower, I don't know what he's in there doing. I never knew he was doing drugs, right? Because again, you're a kid. You're super naive. So when I heard your story, I'm like, damn, we're living the same lives, but not even knowing that we're living the same lives. So childhood was I was a loner pretty much by myself. When I mean that, I had no real supervision. My mom went to work, went to school, so she was gone from 8 in the morning to 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, right? So no supervision there, and then dad's getting high, so he would literally give us money to get out of the house.
What's Dad doing? Because I never knew any of
He's
this.
doing little side jobs, like
No, I mean like drug wise.
Oh, so he was crackhead.
Was
he?
he?
He loved crack. Now as I got older, we got to share these stories, right?
Yeah.
But as a kid, I have no idea what he's doing. And then at the same time, my brother, who's 5 years older than me, he's experiencing drugs, crack cocaine. So they're literally both getting high, not even knowing that they're both doing the same shit, right? And so I'm left alone. Like I'm roaming the city, dude. 8, 9, 10 years old. I'm everywhere I want to be. No one's looking for me. We didn't have cell phones.
Yeah, it's
So
the
when you're
90s,
gone,
bud.
you're gone, right? Long as you make it home at a decent hour at night, no questions are asked. So literally had a freedom, just to wander and explore, man. And thinking back now, it's like, damn, it was right in front of your face, but as a kid, you have no idea what's going
And
on.
we're pretty like self-centered people as kids, right?
Sure.
We're just worried about like our
Having fun.
toys, having fun with my
Yeah.
boys, and that's it.
Yeah, we're
right?
not worried about what other people are doing.
Nah, I don't care. Like I got a roof. Things are cool. So
Yeah.
what's mom and dad? What's their chemistry?
I mean,
at home?
it's a, I won't say volatile situation. Like I've never seen physical violence in my household. I've never seen anything like that, domestic violence, nothing like that. But of course, now when I'm a kid, I'm thinking, man, she's so uptight, right?
Yeah.
Gotta get the kids, gotta get the friends out before she gets home and clean up the house, because my dad's literally living with no responsibility. So he'd work little part-time jobs here and there. Something would always happen. So mom had to be like the responsible
the
one.
rule
So
enforcer.
yeah. So we're thinking, mom's just mad all the time. Well, fuck yeah, she's mad, right?
She's got
She's
two
got to
kids
deal
she's
with all these
raising.
responsibilities. There's no one she can lean on and count on. So yeah, she was a little stressed out. but no physical violence, nothing like that. They would argue, shit like that. But again, my mom was gone so long throughout the day, going to school, working, that there wasn't a ton of time to argue. When she got home, she's tired.
Just
She
going to
she want to
bed.
lay down and relax and go to sleep. So didn't see a ton of violence, but definitely knew it wasn't like my neighbor's
Yeah.
mom and dad. You know what I mean? So there definitely was some differences there for sure.
And then you go on to what, middle school, right? You move.
So what happened is, when I was 12 years old, my mom, they thought my mom had a like cervical cancer or something like that.
Yeah.
Turned out she didn't, but they had to operate. So she goes to the hospital, gets a full hysterectomy. While she's in the hospital, my dad is now opening up all these credit cards in their names,
Oh.
thousands and thousands of dollars worth of credit cards that she has no idea about. He's spending them just cash advances. Remember, back in the early 90s, especially in Columbus, crack was an epidemic,
Yeah, oh,
dude.
yeah.
Like everyone was getting high. At least it seemed that way. Now looking back, when a kid, you don't know anything, but it was huge. So he's spending, 15, $20,000 worth of credit cards. She has no idea. She finally gets a statement and she's like, what the hell is this? Then she starts putting two to two together. They have a conversation. I guess he probably lets it out the bag. Yeah, I'm messed up. My brother's messing up at the same time because he's doing his thing. So that's when we moved out to Whitehall. At 12 years old, me and her moved to Big Walnut Apartments in Whitehall,
Whitehall.
and went there. It was just me and her for the beginning of it. Then, of course, she'd bring my dad back. He'd rob her. Well, I'd take
Yeah.
everything. He'd be gone. Same with my brother. Bring my brother in. He'd rob her. Be gone. So I was around drugs and I despised them as a kid. So to think that I would ever do drugs, you could have never made me believe that. I would have called you crazy, bro. I'm
Mhm.
like, anyone who even smoked weed at that point as a kid, I'm like, you're a drug addict. Get away from me, right? Because I've seen it literally tear a family apart. Like our childhood family got raided by the police because my dad moved these prostitutes and drug addicts in there. They literally flooded the house, right? So like I've seen the destruction of what drugs brings, and yet somehow, some way, man, you end up
You end up, yeah.
experiencing,
It's
and
like,
that
"I'm never
experience
gonna be like my dad,"
ever,
and
right?
then I
Ever.
turn out just
But
fucking
see,
like him.
just like your dad too, like when I was telling you earlier, these guys were functioning, especially your dad. Your dad was a single dad raising you and your sister. You guys always had food, the best snacks. So I was always at your house
Yep.
eating all your Pop Tarts and shit because we didn't have snacks in my house, right? So like Aaron's house was the fun house. Like his dad's got shit together. Whole time he's doing drugs, we have no idea.
No idea, man.
So when it's just crazy to think about that. So yeah, 12 years old, me and my mom, I'm the man of the house at this point. She's still working, going to school. So now I'm super alone. Now I can literally do whatever it is I want. And that's when the weed starts coming in,
And I
right?
remember this was like a high point in my life, selfishly, because like when we met each other, you went to a different school at a
Yeah,
different
I
in
went to Eastmore.
Columbus, yeah.
Yep.
Then when you came to Whitehall, I went to Whitehall.
Yeah.
I didn't really, I mean, I had friends, but not like, but then you came in, you're like the charismatic one. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna ride his coattail off success.
Yeah, you let
Yeah.
me you let me get jumped. But I did I won that fight.
I forgot
You
about that.
forgot about that, didn't you? Yeah,
Forgot
you
about
held my
that.
lunchbox though. I appreciate you holding my
Yeah.
lunchbox.
I
You
forgot
and
about
Joe
that.
are yeah, yep, yep.
Let's talk about that real quick. So what I remember, I kind of remember it.
Dude,
Like,
that
it
was the
was your
crazy
first day of
experience of
school,
my
right?
life. It was right in the beginning. I want to say the
Yeah.
first week, right? So I'm the new kid, right? Everyone's like, "Who's this guy?" Right? And plus, I already knew several people just from roaming the neighborhoods, right? Like I had like already 4 or 5 friends that I went to that school that when I went to Eastmore. So I knew people, and I just think people kind of like who is this dude? Who this dude thinks he's all that or something? So the one kid just wanted to fight me for some reason, and my mother told me, "Please don't get in any fights. Like we're starting a new
It's a
life. This
new
is a new
start.
beginning. You can do anything you want. Just don't get in trouble." So I'm like, "All right." So out on recess, he wants to fight me for some reason. I'm like, dude, I'm not fighting, man. I'm like, I've been here 3 days. Like, I'm not fighting you, right? Dude, he just keeps running around. So suddenly, I don't know how it happened, but I'm in like a circle of people at this point.
And I'm
Like,
there with you.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm in
you're
this.
with me, and somehow the circle forms around us, and this guy wants to fight. So I'm like, okay, I guess we're fighting. So I let you hold the old lunch pail I had, and the kid's friend is the one who like came up to me first. Now, mind you, I'm in fight or flight mode. Brand new
Mhm.
school. I don't know any of these people. So when he comes up, I just hit him. Boom. Well, then the guy who wants to fight me is like on my back at this point. I was able to turn him around and I had his hood in my hand. So I'm just hitting him with uppercuts. Won the fight. Now people are like, man, this fucking guy, this
Yeah.
guy's cool, right? Dude, do you understand? I was more terrified the rest of that school year than I've ever been. I just knew they were going to jump the shit out of me. I'm like, these guys are going to jump me, dude. Like, I was on edge the rest of the year. And in fact, the first day of school the next year, I seen, because everyone was telling me this dude is like some guy not to mess with, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's crazy. You know, you're crazy for fighting him. So I'm believing this stuff. So I finally see the dude coming into school the next year, and he's like, are we good? I'm like, yeah, we're good. Bro, I felt like a
This
thousand pounds like
Yeah.
just run off my back. I'm like, oh, I can breathe now because I was terrified, bro. I'm like, these guys are gonna get me, man. But that was my
I
beginning of
completely forgot
middle
about that,
school
yeah.
in Old Rosemore.
And then I'm just standing there watching you get jumped by well,
But I
not you
didn't get
didn't really
jumped.
get
No,
jumped,
I
like,
won,
an
bro. I came
attempted
out on
jumping,
top. He
yeah.
scratched my eyelid. But what was crazy is the principal, the vice principal, I'm thinking, I'm done now. Here we go. I'm getting suspended third day in here. The vice principal was like, I seen you try to avoid it. Mr. Trace,
Mhm.
actually. He's like, I seen you avoid it. I seen you didn't want to fight. They made you. He's like, you're good with me. You're not in no trouble. I'm like,
Damn, alright.
cool. And then dude came to school with a big
Big
lump
old
on his
bump on his
forehead.
head.
Yeah, it was nuts, man.
So
But
then what happens, like, yeah, this is middle school, so middle school comes and goes, then we go would you go
so middle school though is
to
when I started smoking weed. We were young, 12
Mhm.
years old, 13 years old smoking weed, right? And everyone says like don't smoke weed, it's a gateway drug and you want to say it's not, but hey, listen man, the proof is in the pudding. Once you get comfortable enough to do that, now it's like, well, maybe everything else ain't so bad, right? So it at least cracks that door open just a tad bit where you can say, well, I guess I can try
Well,
something. It
it's like
ain't
if
gonna
it's
hurt
not
me.
been for marijuana, like, I would never met my, like, pill dealer or,
Right.
that I've never
No,
had
it
introduction to
connects, it
pills.
bridges everything, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily a gateway drug, but it certainly opens those doors and avenues up for other shit, right? So, that's where the weed came in, and then in high school, bro, I was just smoking weed. I didn't wanna go to school. I was, pass the test, do enough to pass the test. Um, I ended up failing actually 7th grade though, that year I came to Whitehall, because I had straight Fs in Eastmore the year before because now I'm watching the turmoil in the household, right? Like, I'm just mad at the world for some reason. Like, I see my mom and dad who used to have or I thought had a beautiful relationship and it's crumbling, so now I got, like, a chip on my shoulder. So got straight Fs in Eastmore, went to Rosemore like almost a quarter of the year, like only a quarter of the year left. So couldn't do enough to raise my grades there. End up failing 7th grade, having to repeat
So you
seventh
had to
grade,
redo 7th grade
which
over
was the
again.
most embarrassing thing
God,
ever in my
yeah.
life. And even the teachers were such dicks. They were like, "Yeah, Tony, you know how this goes. He was here last year." I'm like, "Damn, bro, relax. Like,
Damn, buddy.
calm down, bro." But yeah, and then high school, made it to like junior year. End up, I think, only going to school like a month or 45 days out of the year. So would have failed my junior year. Convinced my mom, listen, just I don't want you getting in trouble. Just sign me out. Let me go work. And that's exactly what I did. As soon as I dropped out, went and got a job and been working ever
And
since.
mom wasn't like, "This is a terrible idea, like, you should reevaluate this situation."
I mean, probably, but what's she gonna do? I'm the only kid in the house. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm the man, right? Like I'm mature than I'm supposed to be just because I seen so much. Like literally as a little kid, I seen a little baby in front of me get shot by his father who was trying to shoot the mother. Right on
Jesus.
my front porch. I'm right there. I was 6 inches from the bullet. So the bullet could have
So,
hit me.
the this is like a drug family
No,
or
no, no.
something?
So my dad, one of his jobs, so this is when I was little, little. This is like right before kindergarten. He was our babysitter. So he babysit me, my cousins, and a couple of other kids in the neighborhood. We
Your
grew up.
dad.
My dad was he was always the fun dad, right? Like he was great with kids and people. Like everyone who's ever met my father loved him. Like he just had that trait. Like he had a bright smile, he was super personable, everyone loved him. So he was our babysitter. So what happened is the mother of the son. It was a boy and a girl. They were brother and sister. The girl was much older. The girl was kind of like my brother's age. The son was a couple, maybe a year or two younger than me. So my cousins just left. My uncle came, picked them up. They just left, and now we're just waiting on their parents to come get them. We don't know that the mother and the father of the kids are like in turmoil, right? So the mother comes to pick up the kids. We're all on the front porch of this little apartment. My dad's talking to her, whatever, shooting the shit. The dad comes out of nowhere, tries to kill the mother, shoots, misses the mother, shoots his own son in the arm right
Damn.
next to me. Now my dad's going crazy, wrapping everyone up. I don't even know what happened at that point. It was just so much confusion. But I bring that up just to tell you, like, by 12 years old, bro, I had seen more stuff than the average adult. Like, I've
Yeah.
seen violence. I had one day we were in my house on Hampton, just watching TV one night during the summer. It was like 11 o'clock. Guy just rushes in our door, completely naked, covered in blood
Hmm.
like a newborn baby, but he's a grown man, right? He was our neighbor who lived two doors down, who was a drug dealer. That again, I had no idea. Apparently, he was setting up a drug deal. They came early, caught him in the shower, stabbed him up, shot him up, beat him up, took all his stuff, was going to kill him. He somehow got out of the house and then ran to my dad's house. He's standing in the living room completely naked, covered in blood. I'm
Wow.
like, 10, maybe 11 years old at this point. So just to see some of this stuff, bro, it numbs you really quick, right? At an early age. So by 12, what was my mother really going to do with me or tell me? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, especially at high school when I'm 16, 17, it's curtains. Like, what can you do with me? You ain't what can you do with me? And mind you, she thinks I'm a great kid.
Mm.
She don't know because she's working, she's going to school, so she don't know I'm out here running the streets and doing I mean, the stuff that we used to do as kids, nobody would even believe us, especially me and my other friend. Dude, we go in town and country and just terrorize these stores, bro.
Mhm.
And I would tell him like if viral was a thing back then, we would have went viral 50 times from the silly shit we were out there doing. So yeah, dropped out of high school and then just went to work. Um,
Where
not
do you
doing any drugs, just smoking weed
where
at
do
that
you
point.
go for work as
I was actually working at White Castles, so
okay.
I was a trainer at 16 at White Castles, East Main and Hamilton, baby. Come holla
Damn.
at me.
Alright.
So did that, and then at 18, that's when I was working with your dad.
So that's how you got in the home improvement
Yep,
game.
that's when
Okay.
came across your dad working at a home improvement, like a call center. It was literally like the Wolf of Wall Street movie. I mean, the energy. This is when you could smoke in the
Mhm.
offices. I'm like, yeah, this is I can get with
I
this.
found
Yeah,
home.
like I could get with this shit. And I've always had a gift of gab, right? So it was just a natural transition to get into kind of like a sales field. So
So they gave you a sales job.
yep, doing a
Alright.
sales job. 18 years old, working there, making great money at 18. Couldn't tell me nothing, bro. Like I'm 18, I'm probably making 800, 900 a week at that point back in then those
That's pretty
days.
good,
That was
man.
great. You couldn't tell me
For
shit.
shit, early 2000s, that's
Yeah,
good
bro.
money.
I was
Yeah.
crushing it. And of course not doing drugs, right? And then drugs come and then everything just rapidly, like
So what kind of
super quick.
drugs we talking? So, like, you're smoking weed, right?
Yep.
What's the first, like
Hard drug?
yeah, outside of weed?
Yep. So the first drug I did besides weed was actually a Xanax pill. So I'm with, mind you, my girl at the time was 10 years older than I was. So I was 18, she was 28. She was experienced, had a daughter, she'd lived life. I'm still an
You're a
18-year-old
puppy.
kid, right? Living with this girl, like we moved together. And she's like, yeah, you want to try this Xanax? And at first I got like offended, like, what the fuck you mean a Xanax? I'm not no fucking drug addict. Why would you even ask me some shit like that? She's like, it's no big deal. It's just like it's gonna make you feel like you smoked a blunt. I'm like, all right.
Alright, cool.
Did that Xanax, dude, and felt, you know, felt the effects and then fell in love with the feeling, right? So now it's all pop Xanaxes, no big deal. So now that introduces you to where you can take a pill.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's no big deal. Taking a pill, still working, everything, nothing's changing. That's not an expensive drug. I'm not spending, tons of money on it. And that's when I met a guy that we both know who introduced me to the Dilaudid pills. Well, actually,
Mm.
first it was morphine. It was 100 milligram morphine
The
pills,
oh, damn.
big boys. So I don't know how I was maybe just chopping it up with him one day, and he was like, "Yeah," because he had sickle cell anemia. So he has all these pain relievers,
Buku
like
narcotics.
tons, right?
Buku.
So he's like, "Man, try one of these. Fuck that Xanax. That Xanax ain't got shit. Take one of these and see how you feel." Took it and loved it. Like, holy moly. So then every day,
Man,
after you do it a couple of days, it's like,
I like this. I'm gonna
yeah,
continue doing
yeah, I'm
this.
not gonna
Yeah.
stop. And again, not super expensive. Wasn't ruining anything, was still paying bills and being responsible, going to work and all that stuff, but just fell in love with the feeling of the effects of the morphine pills. Then it went from morphine to dilaudid pills. Then where the transition, I think what introduced me, what really got me on a highway to destruction was I caught him to try to get a Dilaudid pill, and he's like, "Man, I don't got no pills." He's like, "My doctor stopped giving me pills. I'm getting liquid Dilaudid now." And I'm like, "Liquid? What do you do? Drink it?" He's like, "Nah, you just skin pop it. Just put it in your hip or your arm. It's just like going to the doctor and getting a little shot. No big deal, but it's way better than those morphine pills." So at first I'm like, "Hell no, bro! Like, what do y'all think I am? I'm not fucking using no needle, bro." He's like, "No, you're not putting it in your veins. You literally just pop it in your thigh or your ass or arm, wherever." And the girl I'm with, her and her friends hear this conversation, and the one girl's like, "Yeah, that's what they give you in the hospital. Please get it, get it." So I'm like, "Man, hell no." And they're like egging me on, and the uh the women, you
I
try
know
to,
the women, yeah.
yeah, you want to be cool and you know what I mean, or easily influenced. So I'm like, fuck it. Call him up, go get it, do a little tiny bit, bro. And it was a
It's
wrap from there. I'm like,
game changer.
whoa, this is a whole new experience, right? Um, so that's what got me headed for doom at that point. Now, when I first started doing it, again, I didn't feel like I had a problem, even though I'm doing it every day, because now I got my whole apartment complex damn near addicted to this shit. I'm selling it $30 for a shot. I would give them three and then fill the other three up with water. So I'm getting these shots for $5. I'm selling them for $30 a pop. I'm making money,
And getting high.
get staying high, but I'm making money, so there's no problem. Everything's great, right? It couldn't be better. Life couldn't be better.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, and then of course, eventually he can't get that anymore. So now what do you do, right? Now you're in
Yeah.
a real pickle. So it was nuts. So when he couldn't get it anymore, I guess what had happened was is he ended up having his dad doing the shit, but him and his dad had the same doctor. So
Oh.
the doctor's doing these blood tests, and he's like, "Well, how the fuck do you got Dilaudid in your system, and I don't prescribe you Dilaudid?" He put two and two together, cut him off. Like, nope, you're done. So now when I make that call to make my order, I ain't got shit. I'm fucked.
Mm.
Now you're like, oh no. And then you go one day without doing it, then you realize I'm a full-fledged fucking junkie. Like
Yeah.
my body, I have to have this shit. So now I'm panicking. Like, what? No one, who the fuck has Dilaudid?
Yeah,
Like, you know
such
what I'm
a
saying? Who has liquid Dilaudid? So I'm done. I don't know anybody. The girl I was with at the time, her sister used to do methadone. So her sister's like, listen, just take some of these methadone, you'll be good. Took the methadone for a couple days and was good. Like, I was just drinking. Like, you know what I mean? Just drinking, but no drugs. I got over the sickness, was good. Was good. Your next question is gonna be, well, how did you end up getting into heroin, right?
But that's yeah, 'cause which is weird because, like, I didn't even know you messed with heroin,
Nobody
like,
did, bro.
I
You know how many
didn't
compliments I would have? Even the dealers would be like, "Man, you're the freshest fucking junkie I've ever
yeah.
met in my life." I didn't look like a junkie. I didn't act like a junkie. I still maintained a job. You know what I mean? But I was a fucking junkie in every sense of the word. So I'm over a buddy's house. We're just smoking weed and drinking. Well, he has a neighbor friend who comes over, and she's on the couch and she's nodding out. I'm like, yeah, she's on something.
Oh,
What she got?
I
And
want
then my dude's like, oh yeah, this is such and such. She's a heroin addict. I'm like, well, damn, you just put her on blast, right? But she's not tripping. She don't care. She's like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it just is what it is. So I'm like, fuck. But that just the sight of her start bringing back those feelings
You
of
get a little
like the
jealous,
lot.
right?
Get jealous.
Like,
Like, man, I know how she's feeling right
yep.
now. Like, damn, I kind of wanna. I miss that, right? So she's one day we're talking. I didn't do anything that day, but I had seen her a few more times afterwards, just hanging out over there. And I don't know how it came up, but suddenly I'm like, man, I want to try this shit. And she's like, I can get you some right now. So I'm like, man, let me think about it. So I went home, told my girl, like, hey, listen, this is what it is. Old girl at my buddy's house does heroin, and she can get heroin. I think I'm gonna do some. So I'm gonna go do heroin. You're more than welcome to come with me, or you can stay here. But I'm just letting you know what I'm doing. So she comes with me. So now we both try heroin for the first
So
time.
what do you buy? Like, what is it? Like, is it powder?
No,
Like,
it
are we
was
talking about
tar. It
tar?
was
Okay.
tar at this point. So she gets it, gets it. We fucking. I'm like, I make her shoot me up because
Are you doing vein?
I'm go straight to the source,
Have you
bro.
done vein prior to that with the
Never,
dilaudid? Never.
never,
I didn't either. And
never.
like,
Just
what
straight
an
skin
idiot.
popping,
Yeah, what an
straight
idiot
skin
I
popping.
was.
And would have never thought that in a million years I would be shooting up dope. Like, right? Like that's just not something you see in your future. Or,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But sure enough, I'm like turning my head, got my arm extended. She hits me instantly, dude.
just that. Yeah, that
I'm
warmth
like,
of.
oh shit, this
Are you
ain't
nervous
good.
about that though? Like, the
My
vein's a big deal. That's
Yeah, I
like
was
point of no
nervous,
return.
but again, just the thought of the feeling was enough to overcome the fear of
Yeah.
the needle, right? And she's a professional. She does this shit all the time. She knows what she's doing, right? Get me right. And she got me right and then got my girl right. And now we're done. This is where everything starts to crumble because now this chick, her and my girl get close. They're like friends. So I'm the only one working at this point. So literally these chicks are just waiting for me to get off work with the money every day.
Ah,
Waiting for me to get off work. I get off work, we go cop, get high. Well, at this point, I was probably 21, maybe, but I'm a production manager for a home improvement company, a well established home improvement company. I got a great salary. I have an assistant that works under me. I'm taking the work van and I'm going to go cop drugs in the work van, shooting up in the work van, passing out. Come back hours later. They're like, "Where are you at? We got such and such you got to do.
had
You got
a
to get these
tough
orders.
sales call
Yeah, got to
today.
get these orders done, blah, blah, blah." So, needless to say, end up losing that job, right? And how I lost that job was crazy because the girl I'm with at the time, her niece and nephew, but they're older than her. She had older parents. Her parents had her when they were like 40s in their 40s. So her nieces and nephews were all her age or older. Well, they had a house in Gahanna. They knew I worked for a home improvement company. They were like, "Hey, could you give us a price on our roof and siding?" So I'm like, yeah, but instead, again, trying to be a hustler, instead of going through the company I'm with, I'm the production manager. I hire all the subcontractors to do the
Oh,
work. So I
okay.
go straight to the subcontractor. I'm like, "Hey, bro, I need you to go with me on this job." He's got the materials, he's got everything. I said, "Measure this up. Tell me what the job cost is going to cost. I can throw my extras on there. I'll give you the money. I keep the extras." So did that. Made like 8 grand off of this deal, right?
Wow.
Pocket, all mine. Excellent. Everything's gravy. They do the work, works beautiful. 6 months later, she's like, "I want to get the windows done." So I'm like, perfect.
Got you.
Got my window guy to go out there and measure it. He gives me a price. I fucking go to Staples and buy like blank contracts. Like, you know what I mean? Just generic contracts you can buy at Staples. I put Anthony Williams Construction to install these windows. Boom, 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 boom. Well, they give me like $17,000 a
Wow.
check in my name. Take this, get the windows done. Now, my intentions, of course, are to actually do this. I would have made like probably 9 grand, 8, 9 grand off of it. All I had to do was measure the windows, order the windows. My guy was already paid to put them in. So I take a window sample out of the company I'm working for. It's not even the windows I'm selling them, but just to show them a window, right? And they're like, "Yep, sounds good." Gives me a check for the money. Go cash it the next day. I come home 17,000 in cash, right?
Man.
So I go to try to order the windows. One of the order windows is too big. So I have to redo something. It's prolonged the order of the windows, right? So I couldn't give them the money for the windows. So I have the money. Well, I also have an addiction. So every day, this
That
money is just dwindling, right? Dwindling, 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 dwindling. One day I went to go count the money. I had like $1,600 left, right?
damn,
So I'm
brother.
like, fuck, there's no money for windows now, right?
Man, and the job still isn't done.
Not
Not
done.
even
Not
started.
even ordered. It's
Man.
all I paid the guy to go measure it, but yeah, there's nothing done. And now time's going by. Now as she's calling me, I'm telling you, yeah, they're on back order. That's the only thing I can come up with. But it's like 4 months now. So now they're getting like, where the fuck is our windows, right? So now I just stopped taking their calls. Well, they know I work at this other company.
Oh,
So they call the company looking for me. I'm of course in the bathroom or somewhere away from my desk. So they call and say, "Hey, can I talk to Tony? Tony's not available right now, but how can I help you?" "Oh, you can't help me. I just got a question about my windows." Well, the guy thinks, well, we do windows. Of course I can help you. Well, of course I can help you, ma'am. What's going on with the windows? No, you can't help me. I didn't get windows through you. I got windows through Tony.
Mm.
So now he takes this to the owner. Like, some got a weird call. Some lady's talking about her windows. We didn't sell her windows. She said Tony sells her windows. So now it's a conflict of interest. Immediately fire me,
Let
right?
you go
So now I got no
immediately.
job.
Okay.
Got no job. I owe this lady $17,000 worth of windows. I'm fucked at this point. Now I can't pay the rent because I'm not working. Everything now is just
So
imploding.
shit has crumbled
Shit's
immediately.
crumbled. And in a very short time. 6 months. I mean, 6 months I went from being up here to like, oh fuck. Like
Man.
shit's real now. So now I lose the apartment. Gotta go in with mom. Stay with mom. My girl at the time, goes to stay with her mom. We're still together, but not really. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? We're kind of both doing our own things, but we're road dogs. So we know every day we're going to come up with some type of scheme to get money. She had the car. I didn't even have a car at this point, lost my car. So I need her in order to get around and make moves and shit. So one day I convinced her, I told you her parents were way older than her. So actually I got to end up getting another job at a home improvement company, just making calls, like telemarketing. Um, she calls me one day and she was like, yeah, I mean, I don't know what we're going to do. I'm like, I don't know either. She's like, I've asked my mom and she's not doing it, but we knew that her mom and dad had a bunch of cash in this little safe. So I'm like, why don't we just take the safe? Let's just take the safe. We'll fucking go. We'll just go. We'll get on the Greyhound or take the car and we'll just go start over. Like, you know what I mean? Now, mind you, she loves her parents. She doesn't want to, this is their life savings pretty
Yeah.
much, right? Like, so she does it. She comes over the house with this fucking safe. I crack it open, thousands of dollars inside.
So she just like so she's living with her parents, so she just grabs the safe, takes it out, no
They don't even
questions
know it.
asked?
They don't know it. The safe's
Wow.
hidden. She sneaks it out, gets in the car, comes over me.
Okay, so you crack it open?
Easy.
Uh,
Open. She's got a hell of Xanax because her brother was on medication. He had a brain injury.
okay.
So it's all her brother's medication in there, her brother's money, and her parents' money.
How
So
much
there's
we talking?
thousands of dollars in here. Probably, if I had to guess, I'd say at least over 10 grand. I mean,
Damn.
probably between 10 and 15,000.
Plus a shitload of Xanax.
Tons. So me, an addict, again, I didn't automatically steal the Xanax without her seeing it. Just kick the Xanax under the bed, right?
Yeah.
Poop. She didn't see those. I think I clipped like $800 real quick, stuffed that in my pocket, right? So I'm like, and for some reason I'm so stupid. I should have not went to work. Well, thank God I did because it would have been real bad. But I'm like, well, I just got this job. I can't lose this job. I gotta go to work. So we're gonna leave the money at my house under the bed. We go get right, wait for me to get off. Well, as she goes and gets high, and then instantly, as soon as you get high, the realization comes like, man, I just fucked up. Like, what am I doing? So she's crying at the friend's house, the girl who originally got us on heroin in the first place, or not got us on it, but got it for us,
Yeah.
introduced us to us. So she's at her house, she's crying, this, that, and the other. I can't believe I did this. So she calls her mom and dad.
Oh no.
Mom, I did this. Well, they talk. They're like, don't just get it. Let's get the money back. So while I'm at work, they come to my mom's house. My mom has no idea what the fuck's going on. They're telling her, yeah, they stole all the
They-
money. So they kick my door open, go get the money and shit. And that really fucked up our relationship at that point because now the parents, they're
now yeah.
blaming me. They're like, yeah, this fucking guy's got our daughter all fucked up, having her steal my life savings and this, that, and the other. So they get the money. I got like 800 and a bunch of Xanax out of it. But I come home not knowing anything. Again, there's no cell phones
You're
at this
thinking
point.
life's just
Come
peachy as
home, I'm like,
usual.
what the fuck? My mom's living. What the fuck are you doing? What do you got going on? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't
First
know.
I'm hearing of this,
Yeah,
Mom.
what's going on? Yeah, you tell me, right? So that went bad. So then somehow I end up afterwards, she's like, well, come, I'll leave the garage unlocked at my mom and dad's house. Just come steal their tools and go pawn the tools so that way we can get some money. So I do that. She ends up telling them about that. Now they go to the pawn
Ah.
shop. Luckily, they could have pressed charges. They didn't. I don't know why. I guess because they loved me at least a little bit of like. I
Yeah.
mean, they liked me enough not to send me to jail.
Wow.
So this whole time I'm fucking up. I've never gotten in trouble. Never, nothing. Like,
No
and we're doing
consequences.
wild shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But never got in any trouble whatsoever. So, um,
Did you ever at any point, like, why the fuck do you keep telling your parents that we do this shit? Like, commit
No,
to it
because I
or
knew because she was a good person. Like, we both
yeah,
were good people. Like, you know what I mean? Aside from the drugs,
yeah.
we're good people. Like, we don't wanna be taking
You have
advantage of
you
the
have a
people we
conscience in
love.
there
Yeah, your
somewhere, yeah.
conscience creeps, especially after you get high. You're
Oh,
like,
that
"Damn,
yeah.
yeah, you fucked up. Like,
Man,
what are you
immediately.
doing?" So, yeah, that went all the way bad. So now we don't have her parents that we can steal from. My mom, listen, I was so slick, bro. I literally had my mom believing she was losing her mind because I
Mhm.
was stealing her money. She knew I was stealing her money, but couldn't figure out how I was stealing her money. So what I would do is, mind you, I'm sick, so I'm not sleeping, right? If I don't have any drugs, I'm sick. So she would go to work every day. I knew her routine. So she'd wake up, she'd go downstairs, make her a Diet Coke, come back upstairs into her room, get ready for work. So when she would come down, leave her room to go downstairs, I'm in her room, in her purse, grabbing her ATM card and her car keys. Go back in my room like I'm asleep. She comes upstairs, goes in her room, does her thing. While she's doing her thing, I'm down the stairs in her car going to the ATM. $60 a time, right?
Wow.
So the first few times she's not even noticing it, I don't think, right? Then she starts noticing and like, what the fuck is this $60 coming out of
Every
my shit
single
every
day.
other day, right? So she would ask me like, Tony, are you? And then how I would give her car keys back is then I'd act like I'm waking up. Oh, going there, hey mom,
"Mom, I
how
love
you doing?
you."
Laying on her bed. Now that's when I'm sneaking her card back in her wallet and putting her car keys in her
Wow.
purse. Yep, kiss. Yep. All right, have a good day at work. Boom, I'm back in my room now. I'm trying to call the dope boy, right? I'm right now. I still don't have a car at this point, so I'm trying to work everything out. But I got the money. That's the
Yeah,
most
that's half
important
the
thing.
battle,
That's
yeah.
most of the battle,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So doing this, she would just ask me like, just tell me. Like I'm literally thinking I'm going crazy. I know I'm not pulling the money out. You're the only one who could be doing this. I just don't know how you're doing it. Pardon me. So I eventually end up telling her like what was going on. So now she knows I'm fucking up a little bit. Doesn't
Yeah.
know it's heroin.
Doesn't know drugs at this point.
Drugs, I'm thinking I'm probably told her like
Just
pills or
really
something.
loves weed and pills.
Yeah, nothing crazy, right? So eventually you take advantage of everyone in
Yeah, oh, yeah.
your reach, right? So now the crimes are going outside of your reach. So now you're doing dumb shit. So snatching purses, um, just scamming people, right? Like selling fake pills to sales guys. I had a sales dude, man. I sold him fake pills probably 12 times. Never sold him a real pill ever. But yet
And he kept buying.
he's so addicted, he has no one else to get the pills from. I'm the only one. He's an older, sophisticated, well put together guy, lives in Newark, right? So he can't just go to these random
He can't
people
go to the
asking for
hood.
pills.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm his only plug. So he would call me, "Can you get some pills?" Yep. Can't get no fucking pills. Yeah, I sure can. Come pick me up. So he'd pick me up, give me his money. I'd have him take me to an apartment complex. I'd get out the car and literally there'd be another car waiting for me. I hop in that car. We're gone. We got his money. So he'd be waiting for hours and
And
hours
he
and
did
hours.
this repeatedly.
12, at least 12 times, maybe even more.
And then what's the like, okay, fool
So
me once, shame on me.
she's like, what the fuck? So I'm a sales guy. So I can play this off. Now I call him. Where the fuck are you at? After 4 hours later, right? He's like, I'm gone. I'm
Yeah.
like, why the fuck would you leave me out here? Now I don't even have a ride, man. Fuck you. I'm taking these pills. Click, hang up on him. So now I'm telling him the guy's in a wheelchair and it takes him long to get around. So you gotta bear with me. But yet he's gotta be at work. He don't got a bunch of time to wait around. And I
Yeah.
know this. So after 30 minutes, he's gone, right? So then I call him an hour. Man, where the fuck are you at? I had to leave. Oh, I'm so sick. Don't fucking ask me no more. I'm
Yes.
putting it on him, right?
Bro.
I'm putting it on him. So literally, he would call and be like, "Man, can you please? Like, I know." I'm like, "Nah, dude, you leave me every time." Blah, blah, blah. He's like, "Bro, I'm off today. However long it takes, I gotta have the pills." So the last time he waited like hours and hours and hours. Of course, it never come out. Then obviously he's like,
Yeah,
"Man,
he's
this
like, put
fucking-"
two to
Now
two
sometimes
together.
I would give him what he thought was pills.
Yeah.
So if I had like some antibiotics or
Whatever,
some
just
fucking
laying around.
yeah, some shit laying around, I just give them to him. Here you go. And this is how strong the mind is, bro. I think he would think he was right.
He would talk himself into believing like he's
Bro, because he
placeboing
wanted to get
himself. Yeah.
placeboed himself. I did everyone around me like that with fake pills. My family members, everyone was taking antibiotics and all kinds of shit, bro. I had no idea what they were taking.
And just
And someone would question me like, "Man, these pills suck. Like, what are these?"
but bro,
Back then, mind you, we can't go to
pill,
Google.
yeah,
Yeah, can't go
pill
to Google and
identifier.
say, "What is this pill?" So they just got to take your word for it. So I'm doing all that, taking advantage of everyone that's close to me,
That's
bro.
such a king of gaslighting moves, like,
Bro,
that's
listen,
so brilliant though, man.
you you
So
you
brilliant.
you you can think of some shit, man,
Your
when you're
brain
sick.
will yeah.
Like my best friend, I mean, I would just come up with sad stories, and his mom loved me. So if I came up with a sad enough story, she'd just give me money.
Mm.
Oh, you won't believe what happened to me. Oh, don't worry about it. Let me go to the bank. And she did. And I would, and then again, soon as you get
Like,
right, it's like,
conscious is
I'm a
like,
fucking,
"What a piece of
what am
shit."
I? Like, what am I turning in? Like, you don't even know yourself at this point, right? Until after, before you get right, you're a monster. You're a fucking monster, bro. No one matters. Not, the only thing that matters is I got to get
I
better.
gotta get it in me.
I
Yeah,
gotta
I
get
got
better.
to.
Gotta get better. And at some point, it's not even like you're getting high. You're
No.
just getting well.
Yeah.
And I really honestly think, man, that like when I would get high with people, soon as they would shoot up and shit, they'd be out. Not out. Instantly. I never nodded out a day in my life, bro. Like I think it did, like it just had a different effect on
I
me.
know I was the same way. I just kinda come back to life.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
I'm
energized.
normal.
Yeah, I'm ready to roll. So now while they're all sleeping, I'm stealing their cigarettes and stealing
Yeah,
everything
going to
else I can
town.
get. Yeah. And then they're waking up. I'm acting like I'm not now. What's up?
Some good
Where's all
shit.
my shit? I don't know. It's got to be here somewhere. I'm helping them find, look
Somebody
for the
got
shit.
mine too.
Yeah, look, I'm helping you look for the shit that's in my pocket,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like you're just so conniving, and the shit you can come up with will impress, will be a little impressive. Like, damn,
Like,
that was
wow,
pretty
how did
good.
I
I don't
told
know
I
how I
said
pulled
that and
that
he
out.
believed it?
Bro, for sure. And that's like when I would do uppers. I never liked uppers, never liked cocaine. It did the opposite effect for me. It would bring me down, make me just feel horrible. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
love the downers. The downers would bring me up, give me life, energy, wanting to talk and socialize, smoke fucking 3 packs of cigarettes.
Yep.
Now, not to say I wouldn't nod out. Like, you would like nod out, but not instantly. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So, like, I mean, I'm caught in mattresses on fire and all kinds of
buddy.
wild shit where my girl's waking me up, get the fuck up. The whole half of the bed's on fucking fire. Um, it was nuts, bro. And to think, like, you just never think that you would even be a part of something
Nah,
like that.
and
You
it's
know?
like in the moment too, I'm like never like, because 'cause I've caught my bed on fire many times. I'm never like, this is not normal, right?" It's
Right.
just like
No,
and that state of mind is just par for the course, like, "Oh, yeah, whatever." And it's funny too, because like, anytime I'd be dope sick, that's when people would accuse me of being high, but when I'm high,
oh, okay.
nobody knows the fucking difference because 'cause I'm normal again, right?
That kind of actually makes sense because when you're sick, like, I remember my mom, I finally was able to talk her into giving me some money. She thinks it's for weed or whatever the fuck she thinks it's for. And she's letting me drive, but she's with me, and I'm fucking racing to this guy. She's like, slow the fuck down. Like, what's wrong with you? I'm sick. Like, I gotta get here ASAP. Couldn't get there quick enough. And even so sick that even the thought of it would start making you get sick,
Yeah,
right?
oh, yeah, man.
So, like, I was in full-fledged fucking junkie mode, bro. Like, there was no other way around it. And then the only person who would ever call me on it was my cousin, my girl cousin. She's like, you're so skinny. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, oh, I'm drinking a lot of water. I'm working out. I'm trying to get because I've always been a big dude, right? So when I was, after a year of getting high, I mean, I'm little now.
Yeah.
I think when I got locked up, they weighed me. I was 176 pounds.
Damn, brother.
I ain't been 176 pounds since I was
I
like
don't think
fifth
I've ever
grade.
known you at 100.
Since I was like fifth grade, right? So that's just how. And you don't know it. You don't see it
No, you
when
think
you're
you
in the
look
act.
good.
You're like, man, yeah,
Yeah,
my clothes are
damn.
super
Is
fucking
that an
baggy with
ab
burn
up in
holes
there?
all over it. But hey, I'm looking good, man. And she would be the only one that would really call me on my shit. And then my mom still doesn't know. Still at this point, even in the fledge of addiction, she doesn't know I'm on heroin.
I think you're that good a salesman. Like,
No, since birth, baby.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just
Uh,
don't let it is what it is. And I think she didn't want to believe
yeah.
a lot of the times. The same thing with my brother. I mean, no one wants to think that their kids are on drugs, right?
Yeah.
No one wants to think that. So I think it's easier to think it's something else.
Something
You know
different,
what I
yeah.
mean? Something that you don't have to deal with. My mom didn't find out I was on heroin until after I went to jail. And she went in
Wow.
my room,
And found the
a chair
fucking
kind of like this, lifted it up, and there's fucking 60 fucking needles under there and 18 burnt up spoons and all types of wild shit.
it's all
That's
sorts of
when she found out.
dirt,
Yeah, that's
man.
when she found out.
So you eventually end up getting consequences, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So what's that look like?
So No one has any money. Done got took advantage of everyone close to you. So it's me and two girls. Okay. The girl has the car, so that's why she's involved. I need her transportation. The other girl is just there because, we like her. She's a friend, right?
Okay.
She's a fellow junkie. So we're scurrying all day to try to get money. Now, mind you, the dope boys that I'm messing with, they really run this shit like a Fortune 500 company.
So it's like open, close,
They got a lunch
like
break
hours
between
of
2 and
business.
3,
Yep.
and they're not serving anything after 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock is the deadline. If you don't got your call in by 7 o'clock, it is a wrap,
Are these
right?
Mexicans? Because that's usually a Mexican thing.
Mexicans,
Yeah.
all I dealt with. And that's more, I mean, I've robbed so many Mexican drug dealers, right? But, and then eventually you can't rob them anymore. So now I got a middleman shit.
Yeah. Now you gotta have somebody else going to.
Right, because I done blew up the connection. So this is at that point. Like, I don't even have a connect. I got to go through the girl with the car to even get the drugs. So we're scrambling all day. Time's ticking, right? It's like 5. We're like, we got to do something, bro. They're trying to, got them trying to steal shit out of Kroger's, like cigarettes and shit. They can't get it. It's a bad day. Nothing's lining up. So I'm like, fuck it. We're just going to take a pocketbook. We're going to take a purse. So we're driving down in the Kroger parking lot. Lady's walking, grab her purse. She doesn't let go. So she's like holding on to her purse.
This is an old lady?
Older lady. Yeah,
Okay.
probably 60. Maybe 60.
So hang on, you pull into Kroger.
We're in the Kroger
you
parking
spot
lot.
your mark.
We're just driving around.
Okay,
So whoever, we don't have any, just wherever the opportunity is, we're going to seize the opportunity.
That's when we're jumping. And then you just hop out of the car, grab it, and go?
No, we don't leave the car at all. We
Okay.
do it, dude. And previously,
you do a drive-by purse snatching?
Previously, I'd done this several times to where it was so smooth. The people who got their purse took didn't. They're like just looking around, like, what in the fuck just happened? Like the air just robbed me. But I had a buddy who would drive, and I'd just reach out and grab it. So he would drive quick enough and close enough that all I have to do is just get my hand on it, and the purse coming right off. And it's so quick and steady. By the time they realize what's going on,
You're halfway out
We're down the road. We're out of there. So never got in trouble. Easy peasy. So I'm like, well, fuck it. Let's take a purse, right? Well, this doesn't go too well. There's the lady, because she's holding on to the person, we're not driving fast enough or not enough force or whatever it is. She's just basically walking with the purse like, what the fuck are you doing? Snatch the purse. She ends up falling over. Okay, now this is a robbery. I don't know this. I'm a fucking naive. I've never been in trouble.
You just think you're stealing a purse.
But I know there's a guy, he's seen this whole thing happen. He's like following us, right? So I know he gets the license plate number. I know this. So I'm telling them in the car, listen, that guy got your license plate. The car's registered to you, which is registered to your apartment. The police are going to be waiting on us. We have to ditch the car. You call and report the car stolen. Say you picked up a buddy you knew in high school. He did what he did. You didn't have any idea. He kicked you out of the car and took your car. Had a great plan.
Okay, that sounds good on paper, right?
Great plan.
Yeah, I'd fall for that.
And this is the plan before we get high. We go get high. And mind you, all of this, we got $40 out of it. There was a $20 bill and a birthday card in the purse, who must have been for a grandson or something. And then it was a Coach purse. I sold the purse for $20 at like a Plato's Closet or something.
So
like
literally not a good look, especially for 3 fucking junkies in the car.
$40.
$40, yeah.
We did all of this
for $40.
$40. So go get the money, go get right. Now we're high. So now suddenly, somehow, the plan that I come up with is completely out the fucking window. Don't even think about it again. So now I'm in the car driving.
In the getaway car.
In the car that we did this with, and we're going to the house that the license plate is registered to, right? You're not thinking clearly. So I'm driving, everything's good, got the music up, I'm right. Good old nice summer day, cruising. Get off the interstate on Bryce Road. She lived in those apartments, East Green, I think they used to be called, or whatever. So get off the highway, right on the Bryce Road, see hella police in that hotel parking lot. They're like 4 of them just waiting, right? So as I turn in to go to the apartment complex, I'm like, damn, there's a whole lot of police.
So just
right
driving
there,
right to the cops.
Bro, next thing I know, police is on us. They see it's a blue station wagon. Like, it couldn't have been a more car that... It wasn't like a car you see all the time. Like, this car was easy to spot, right? So they clearly spot us. Now they're on us. My first instinct is I'm going to get away in this little old shitty
fucking
ass
station wagon.
Yeah. I'm cruising, right? No, the lady's screaming. Stop the fucking car. What are you doing? I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm panicking, right? So I'm fucking stopping. Bro, when I tell you I got from that car to the cop car, my feet never touched the ground. I swear to God, I'm not lying to you. They literally snatched me out the driver's seat, put me immediately into the back of the cop car handcuffed, right? So now I'm stashing needles and all kinds of shit in the cop car. Go downtown. Now I'm thinking, mind you, I don't think this is anything major. I don't think it's a
It's a purse
robbery
snatching.
case. It's a
Yeah.
misdemeanor, slap on the wrist shit. So, but I'm still trying to play it cool, right? So we get into the detective's room, and my thing is, I'm not telling. I'm not telling on nobody. We didn't do shit, right? So I'm like, man, he's like, tell me what's going on. I'm like, I'll tell you everything, man. I need a cigarette. I'm high right now, right? I need a cigarette. I'm like, you give me a cigarette, I'm gonna tell you everything you want to know, sir. He's like, all right. Goes gets me like some Camel Red or some bullshit. So I'm smoking this bitch, right? He's like, all right, so tell me what's going on. I'm like, my dumb ass. I'm like, well, what I'm trying to figure out now is how much money I'm going to sue you guys for you illegally arresting me and brutally throwing me in this cop car.
Wow.
And this motherfucker slaps the cigarette out of my hand, right? Smacks it out. He's pissed. He storms out of the room. So apparently he goes into my co-defendant's room and tells him, like, he ain't saying nothing. You guys are both going down for this shit, right? So she's screaming, no, just fucking tell him. I'm like, bro,
And you
shut the
hear all
fuck
this
up.
from
So
your
she told him everything, right? She told him what we did when we got the purse, and we threw all this shit in the purse in the dumpster behind uh Plato's closet.
so literally
So they
gave
have
him
all
the
the evidence. They
play-by-play.
have all the evidence, right? But the lady said that it was a white guy. So really, if I would have just fought it the whole way, I would have got out. I wouldn't have never got in trouble. They couldn't prove it. She couldn't point me out. She ended up pointing some random guy out when they give you like pictures of for the victim, like who did it, and your pictures are mixed in with
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
pictures. She picked some white kid. So
Damn.
like I'm off the hook for just keep my fucking mouth shut, right? So while I get locked up, this is when my mom finds out I'm on heroin when she's cleaning up my room. So now she's like, what in the fuck is going on? I still don't think this is an issue. So after the detectives do it, they dress me out. I'm in the holding cell waiting to go into the actual dorm where I'm making a phone call. So I'm sitting here and I'm like reading the little paperwork they give me, and I'm like, robbery, F2, F3 robbery. I'm like, what the fuck? So I asked the guy next to me, I'm like, bro, what does this mean? What's F2, F3? He's like, oh, it means you're fucked. You're done. I'm like, done? Like, what are you talking about? I just took a lady's purse, right? A lady got her purse taken. Bro, they got you for a F2, F3 robbery. You're fucked.
Which is crazy too. Usually they'll like start off small and then fucking get you in the
Bro.
indictment process.
So go into jail, call my mom. Tell her what's going on.
And mom's found the
Not at this
not
point.
this
Not at
point.
the call, she doesn't know. But now she's knowing, like, what the fuck are you out here? Like, something's wrong, severely wrong, right? So call her, let her know what's going on. She's like, I don't know what to tell you. I ain't got nothing for you. I can't help you. You gotta kind of take this on the chin, right? So while first I'm in the county downtown. I'm in there for like 30 days. Because that my bail, bro, they gave me $100,000 bail.
Mm.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm screwed.
So
I'm
you're
not going
Al
anywhere.
Capone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, of course, you have all these jailhouse lawyers. So they're like, bro, you're probably not even going to get indicted, right? You're good. So I think they have a certain amount of time to give you your indictment paper. And if not, they have to let you go. So whatever, I think it's 10 days, whatever the time is, on that 10th day, I wake up, no indictment. So my people, they're like, you got it, bro. You're out of here tonight. You are gone. I'm like, what? They're like, you didn't get indicted, bro. It's the 10th day. You're super straight. I'm like, hell yes. I call my mom. Yep, I'm getting out, mom.
Coming
I
home.
told you this was some bullshit. They ain't, you know what I mean?
Frame,
They just
Mom.
made some shit up, blah, blah, blah. So she's probably like, okay, cool. Bro, I'm waiting. It's like 11 o'clock at night. They're like, Williams. I'm like, I'm out of here. Slide me the indictment through the paper.
Yep.
I'm like, oh
That
no,
late night.
you're done.
Yeah.
Right? Boom. So my grandma, could never tell anybody no. That was her detriment. Like everyone knew if you needed it and she had it, you're going to get it.
Call
So
grandma.
mom can't bail me out, but now I call grandma. We call her mom too. Mom, I got a job offer and this is really messing everything up and I need to get out of here. I got a job interview in the morning. I can get a job. My grandma. So at this point, before then, I had another court date where they dropped my bond from 100,000 to 10,000. So
Okay.
$1,000 I get out.
$1,000 you're walking.
Grandma puts it on a credit card,
Wow.
get out, right? But at this time now, my mom has seen the needle. She knows what's going on. So she's watching me like a hawk at this point, right? I'm telling her, Mom, relax, I'm good. I literally got a job interview. Have no job interview. This is how I get the job on Kimberly Parkway that you were talking about, where your dad worked before.
Mm.
I literally go in there, have my mom drive me in there, go in there, see a guy who I used to work with at my first job. So I'm like, oh yeah, I know this good person. They're like, you know him? Oh fuck, you start Monday. Walk out. Told you I had an interview, Mom. I start Monday. So
Start
she's
Monday.
like, oh shit, right? Like, damn, he wasn't lying. Gives me some money, like, you know what I mean? Because now I'm
You're the good
cool.
guy
I'm
again. Yeah, you were
good.
telling the
I'd had a little
truth.
mess up, but
Yeah.
everything's straight. So now I'm out on bond. Okay. Well, same shit applies. I'm still out here getting high and fucking up. So how I end up getting locked back up is because I end up stealing a check from my mom, a blank
Ugh.
check, right? Steal that. The next day, try to go to a check cashing place to cash the check. So I think it was for like $80, whatever. It might have been $100. Go to cash it, and the person at the counter is like, "Well, I gotta verify the check." So he goes to call
Ooh.
my mom. Mom doesn't answer, but on the voicemail clearly hears the conversation between me and this guy. I'm like, man, that's my mom. Of course it's good, bro. You ain't gotta fucking call her. Just hang up the phone.
Whoa.
He's like, I have to verify the funds, but she's not answering. But all this is on the fucking voicemail.
So,
So
wow.
she hears this shit. She knows what's up now. Mom is so cold, she don't say a word about it, right? Doesn't say a word. What she did is call my probation officer or my the bond,
Yeah.
the people on bond was like, I want to revoke his bond. He's clearly out here still getting high, revoke his bond. So they have it all set up for the next day. The people are going to come arrest me. Well, she ends up telling my brother this. My brother, to his credit, comes in, was like, bro, make sure you put on socks, get you a white t-shirt, here's some bus fare, get the fuck out of here. The police are coming to lock you up. I'm like, yeah, right. Shut the fuck up. He's like, I don't know what you did, but I just got off the phone with her mother. She said she clearly revoked the bond. She's already, his girlfriend, my brother's girlfriend, told my mom what I'm wearing. So now she can tell the people, yep, he's wearing this, that, and the other. So put on socks, put on t-shirt. I'm about to go get on the bus. Mind you, I'm sick now. I don't have anything. So my plan is to go to the girl's house who originally I start getting high with, go to her house, chill, figure out, the next move. As I walk outside, I see the car like on the
Mm.
corner, right? A little black ducked off, clearly a fucking like a
Cop car.
unmarked cop
Yeah.
car. So I see it, but I can't stop walking because I'm gonna look
You don't want to
crazy.
look weird.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck it, just keep walking, keep walking. I get past the hood. They're not even looking at me, right? It's two guys in the car. They're just acting like they're doing some shit, fucking with each other. They're clearly watching me, but I'm watching them. I think they don't see me at all. So I walk past the car. As soon as I get a little bit past the trunk, they're on me. Boom. Revoke bond. Boom, boom, boom. Fuck. I got fucking like rinses and shit in my pocket, needles, all kind of dumb shit. So they're like, "Yeah, you're clearly out here still fucking up. You clearly don't learn, huh?" I'm like, but I'll be honest with you, Aaron. When they locked me up that time, bro, it was like an instant relief. Like I just felt like, fuck it, it's over, bro.
Yeah.
Like this was a year and a half, 2 year run that I
He's
did the
doing dirt.
wildest shit. I mean, shit that I should have been killed for 100 fucking times. It's over with now, right? And that's why I say that addiction is so mental, bro. Sure, the physical's great. Physical feels great, but it's the mind. Because if you're out on the street and you are trying to get better, you feel horrible. Your body's aching, you're throwing up, you're puking because your mind is just, I gotta get it. How can I get it? I know it's out here. I just gotta figure out a way how to get it. When you get locked up, at least in my experience, it was like there's no way to get it.
There's no
So
option.
there's nothing else to think
Yeah.
about right now. I was still went through the throwing up and diarrhea, but nowhere as bad as when you're on the streets
Yeah.
trying to kick it, right, and you're sick on the streets. So it was really like a relief, like it's over with, like it's done. They got me. It's over. So go to the workhouse. Still fighting this case. At first, I'm in a misdemeanor tank for some reason. I have no idea why I'm on. Oh no, okay. So I actually, let's backtrack. I did get in trouble, but I never went to jail. So I actually got caught with a pistol in the
Hmm.
short north. So I'm in the short north. This is when I still have my Cadillac. I'm doing good at this point. I'm not fucked up. I don't even think I'm doing drugs. I don't think I'm doing hardcore drugs at this point. But we're going to my girl's friend's house who lives on 4th and Ninth, and the short north. Well, I didn't know that these apartments were literally ran by the Columbus Police Department. They were called CPO buildings. I'd never heard of it. Still really aren't familiar with what it is, but I know that the cops run this shit, right? So we're waiting on the girl to get home. So we're just sitting on her porch, me and my girl. I got a beer and a beer bag, and I'm rolling up a blunt. While I'm rolling the blunt, the neighbor's like, Tony, you better chill. The cops is right down the street. I'm like, they down there
I
fucking
ain't
with
worried
them. They
about
not
me.
worried about me. Go down. When I look up, police right in front of me. I'm like, fuck. So I dropped the blunt in the beer bag, right? But I got this pistol on me because the last time we went out there, these young dudes was looking like they was gonna rob me or something. They looked like I was a victim or something. So I'm like, I'm not gonna let that happen no more. So I got my little 38 on me, right? Officer Robert Vass, I'll never forget him. They come up, they like, who are you? You're not supposed to be here. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? I'm literally sitting on the porch. They're like, these are CPO buildings, and where's your name on the list? Give me your ID. So I go to get my ID. He's like, no, don't put your hands in your pocket. So while he's talking to me, his partner is looking in the beer bag, pulls the beer out, pulls the blunt out. Whose is this? I was honest with him the whole time. Oh, sir, that's mine. I'm thinking if I tell him it's my weed, I give him my weed, he writes me a ticket, nothing. So he's like, you have any more? I'm like, yes, sir. I go to reach to go get the weed. They're like, no, keep your hands out of your pocket. Stand up. I'm like, fuck.
Where's the pistol?
In my fucking right hand pocket, bro.
Oh
Loaded.
boy.
So I'm like, fuck. So I stand up and the cop was like, do you have any weapons on you? I'm like, yes, sir, I do. I have a loaded 38 in my right hand pocket. He cuffs me up, pulls the gun out, empties it. And he was like, man, you know what, Mr. Williams? He's like, I'm so used to people lying to me on a daily basis. If you don't have any warrants, I'm not even taking you to jail today.
Damn.
You're gonna get a future for the pistol. I gotta take you down, do your prints, take some pictures, but I'll bring you right back here 15, 20 minutes. My girl's not believing this shit. She's freaking out. No. He's like, ma'am, I promise you, he was so honest with me. If he doesn't have any warrants, he is not going to jail today. And sure enough, he kept his word. I didn't have any warrants. Took me downtown, took my prints, took my pictures, dropped me right back off in the hood. Now, if these people thought I was weird before, how weird do I look now when they see me get arrested with a pistol, go in a cop car, and come right
Show
back
up
to the hood, right?
15
So
minutes
they're
later.
like, we're not fucking with this guy. This guy is clearly working with the boys, right?
Wow.
End up going, it was the 4th of July.
Was it your gun?
Yeah,
Legal,
it was
like
registered
legally.
to me.
So
Registered
it's
to me.
legal
I had
paperwork, good.
registered to me. Everything is good, but it was still you. At this point, you couldn't conceal carry.
Okay.
So with it being loaded and hidden in my pocket, that was the charge. But the charge, it was a misdemeanor. It was a F5, but they knocked it down to like a M1 or whatever it was. So end up getting put on probation for that. Never ever seen my probation officer because from that, it took a year to even come back. So and within that year for that future to come back, now I'm a full-fledged junkie.
Shit hit the fan.
Junkie.
Yeah.
So they put me on probation. I never even seen my probation officer. Never reported, never went in there, never did anything. So fast forward, when I get locked up, when my mom cancels the bond on me, they had me in a misdemeanor tank because what they're classifying is now I'm on a misdemeanor probation hold for not reporting for misdemeanor probation. So I'm on a misdemeanor tank, but I have this felony I'm fighting. So I'm in there for like 2 months. Well, they say, Williams, roll it up. Roll it up mean you going home.
You going home.
So, bro, I'm giving all my shit away. Here, bro, take this shit. Take this shit. I don't need this shit. Nutty buddies. It's all y'all. Get out there into the hallway, and there's hella people there. I'm like, damn, they letting a lot of people out of jail today. It's like 20 of us. I'm like, damn, I'm the only one smiling and happy, though, right? Everyone else is looking like not happy. So I'm like, man, what is going on? So we start walking. Well, we go upstairs, and I'm like, hold on.
We missed my
We
stop.
never went downstairs to get in this bitch. Like, I'm like, where are we going? He's like, you're going to a felony tank. I'm like, bro, I literally just gave all my shit away. Can I at least go get my shit back? No. So now I've been in the workhouse 2 months at this point. Just gave everything away. Now I'm in this felony tank with nothing. Like it's the first day I've been in there. Horrible, horrible situation. Was in the workhouse. Ended up doing 6 months in the workhouse, bro. That literally felt like 3 years.
It's the worst time ever,
Horrible.
man. It's the slowest time.
So how I get into the joint is I get a public defender. Actually, it was a court-appointed attorney because attorneys have to do a certain amount of pro bono cases. Well, now as an adult, I know you don't want to have a pro bono attorney
No.
because they just want to get you off the books. They're not making any money off you. I don't know this as a kid. I've never been in trouble before. So I meet with my attorney. He's like, listen, man, he's like, you're a drug addict. You know, you made some mistakes. He's like, you don't have a record. You've always kept a job. He was like, bro, you don't have to sweat this. I guarantee you're not going to prison. So relax, calm down. He's like, probably get you probation. Worst case scenario, they'll make you do a drug treatment program, which is called CBCF. It's a 6 month program. You go do that. You'll be home by whatever, like in the summertime. So I'm like, sounds like a plan.
Coming from your
He's
attorney.
like, but I need you to, this is a deal, a plea. So I
Oh,
need you to cop out. He was like, they'll get rid of the F3, but they have to have the F2. Now, if I knew what I know now, I'd have never signed anything. And I promise you, I wouldn't have went. They had no evidence on me. The lady thinks some white guy took, you know what I mean, wasn't a part of this. They thought it was 3 white people in the car. I'm clear at this point. I want to get out of the workhouse, bro. The workhouse, I tell people this all the time. It's the craziest jail experience you can imagine, bro.
it really
It
is.
is designed to make people cop out.
Yeah.
I'm with a guy, this dude from Texas, kind of remind me of Matthew McConaughey. He's like, Tony, I tell you what, man, I've been locked up all over this fucking country, from Arizona, outside jails, and Nevadas, and this and that. He said, ain't no jail worse than this motherfucker here, bro. This shit is crazy. Now, this is before the lights went off. They
And the
had, I mean, I guess they
cameras.
got cable now and all
Yeah.
types of other bro, we had lights on bright 24 hours a day. You got 35 fucking guys shoved in this room that's built to hold 20. So you got people sleeping under picnic tables, and it was okay. Bro, I'm taking parenting classes. I ain't got no kids. I just taking classes
Just
to
to
get
get
out
out.
of the dorm. I end up getting my GED in the workhouse. So I'm taking those. I do that. I'm taking AA and any classes, anything that I can take to get from out of this dorm to just go see something different, I'm a part of, right? So lawyer comes, talks to me. Worst case scenario is CBCF, but they need the F2. Sign it. Fuck it. Get me out of here. I'll go do CBCF. I can't be in this workhouse no longer. Well, the day I get sentenced, bro, I don't even talk. I don't even see my attorney. You know how you normally, when you're getting sentenced, your attorney comes back there, talks to you a little bit. This is what's going on. Boom, boom, boom. I seen everyone else's attorney doing this. Never seen my attorney, right? Now they call my name. I go out there. My attorney's there. Doesn't even look at me.
Mm.
Keeps his eyes down the whole time. I see my mom and my brother in the crowd. My mom looks like she's sick. Like she's just sad, right? So I'm like, it's kind of weird, but I don't think nothing of it, right? They read off the thing, boom, boom, boom. You plead guilty. Did anyone promise you anything? No, no, no. I take. Do you want to say anything? Yeah, I take responsibility. I was unfortunately addicted to drugs, and I hate that this happened. And this is not in my character. I've never done anything like this. I never will do anything like this. I'm grateful for this experience because I probably would end up ODing or dying, or got some great story,
Yeah,
right? Thinking
yeah.
I'm fucking about to win an
It's your
Academy Award.
that's your Oscar speech.
Yeah. So he's like, all right, bro, when I tell you the only thing I heard was Department of Corrections, I didn't hear anything after. It literally was like Charlie Brown, like raw, 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 raw. I was just like punch drunk. Like once I heard the Ohio Department of Corrections, everything after that point was just like a blur. Again, don't never talk to my attorney, never looks me in the eye. Soon as the judge reads this shit, the bailiff comes, grabs me,
And you're gone.
issues me to the back, right? So I go back to the back to the dude I was with before. He's like, so what happened, bro? I'm like, I'm going to the joint. He's like, damn, for how long? I don't know. I don't even know how long he gave me, bro. I didn't hear anything
hear
else
that
after
part.
the Ohio Department of Corrections. So he's like, man, it probably ain't no big deal, bro. You probably do 6 months. So the lawyer's telling my mom, hey, listen, unfortunately, but he'll only be in there 6 months because he can get a judicial release. He doesn't have a background, this, that, and the other. He'll get out, judicial release. Worst case scenario, he's in there 6 months. Well,
That man loves worst case scenario,
bro,
right?
bro, listen, if I ever seen this motherfucker do it again, bro, it's not gonna be fun. But actually, I take that back. It was definitely something I needed, right?
Yeah.
Because if not, the way I was going, I mean, I'm robbing Mexicans with
Yeah.
fake pistols, with like fucking airsoft guns. Um, walking in people's houses and taking like I was doing
Just
the
doing the most,
wildest,
not
most dumbest shit
giving a
ever.
shit about
No, not
anybody.
giving a fuck, bro. So if I wouldn't have got locked up at that point, chances are very, very high I would have
Yeah.
got killed
Yeah.
or died, OD'd. Something would have I wouldn't be here talking to you right now, right? So I have to keep that in the back of my mind, even though everything went the way it went, it was supposed to go that
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Um, but damn, I've been talking forever. My fault. Like,
No, no, you're good, bro. So, 2 years. Or how do you
yep.
find out you have 2 years? When's that happen?
Call my mom. The day.
So you literally don't
I
know
have no idea how
until you
long I'm
call your
doing. So I
mom.
call my mom when I finally get back into the workhouse, into the dorm. Call her. She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "How long do I got?" She's telling me, "Well, you only have to do 6 months." I'm like, "Okay." So I got sentenced to 6 months. She's like, "No, you got sentenced to 2 years, but we talked to the lawyer. You're only going to have to do 6 months. Something about a judicial release and blah blah blah." So I'm like, "Okay, well, fuck it. I guess that's not too shabby. And at least I get the fuck out of here, right?
Yeah.
Because this shit is horrible conditions." So end up going to CRC. Was in CRC very quick. I was only in CRC probably 7 days, if that.
Really?
Yeah, I was in and out, bro.
Were you, what time of year was CRC?
So I got sentenced in January. So January, I want to say January 17th, somewhere around
So you're
there
in their
is
winter
when I got
time.
sentenced. So I was literally, so I went from the workhouse that day they took me to downtown jail, the downtown, the one downtown
Yeah.
on like the fifth floor, seventh floor, whatever floor was the sentencing floor where you're clearly going off to prison. I was only in there for 2 days, 2 or 3
Wow.
days. Took me from there to CRC. Was in CRC for like 7 days maybe, and then went to Noble was
Wow.
where I
Because
did my time
CRC
at.
is kinda just like the workhouse. Like, you get there, your first week, you can't have a book, you can't go to
No, it's terrible,
commissary.
bro. And I'm thinking
It's
like, cause everyone's telling me like, well, at least you'll be in prison. It's way better than this. I get to CRC, like,
I'm like,
what the fuck
"What
is
is this,
this, bro?
bro?"
This is nuts. Now instead of being in a dorm, I don't know about you, but I was just in a cell with one
One other person.
cellie.
Yeah.
But you don't leave that bitch. You leave an hour a day.
Yep.
And in that hour, if you gotta take a shower, if you gotta make a phone call, if you gotta whatever you gotta do has to be done in that hour, and then you're right back into that
Yeah.
cell. When you go to the chow hall, you literally they usher you in, you sit down maybe 3 minutes if you're lucky. The food's piping fucking hot. So you're trying to fucking eat it as quick as possible. Get up. You can't excuse me, can't take shit with you. So now they usher you back into the fucking I'm like, "Oh no, this is not what the fuck I signed up for. Like this is nuts, right?"
Yeah.
And then when I rode out, luckily the guy I rode out with I knew from the streets and he had already been locked up previously. So now he's giving me the game like, "Here, this is what's going to happen. Boom, boom, boom. Don't do this. Watch out for that." So he gave me a little bit of, a blueprint on how to make this prison stay as easy for you as possible. Without him, who knows how
Yeah.
my bid would have went? Because I'm completely naive, right? I've never been in trouble. I'm a bigger dude at this point because now 6 months in the workhouse, I got my weight back up.
Yeah.
I'm pushing up and shit. I'm big, so now I'm a target to a lot of these guys. Like, who's this motherfucker? Let's make an example out of him. So if I would have went in there with the wrong mentality, it probably would have been all bad, right?
Yeah.
So luckily I was able to do my whole bid with this dude, man, who was like a brother to me. They thought we were brothers. So it was actually like three or
Mm.
four of us that was in a tight knit click. Never had any issues at all, man.
No fights, no
No,
scuffles,
I
nothing in
mean,
prison?
little arguments here and there, little scuffle, but nothing crazy.
Which is weird because, like, yeah, prison I thought was, I was like, "This isn't bad, man." Like, I
Yeah.
can go roam the yard during the
Facts. Go
day.
outside. I'm
They got a
smoking
sweet
weed.
yeah, they got a sweet workout room. I can smoke
Yeah,
cigarettes,
smoking
eating
cigarettes,
really good. I
all
work in the
that shit.
yeah, like,
No, it was I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. The most peaceful moment I've ever had in my entire life was in prison.
yeah,
I'm on my top rack and I'm looking out the window with the grates and bars over and it's snowing, but it's just like a moment of clarity or something came over me, bro. Like I had no it was just a moment of peace. I'll never forget the experience. Never had an experience like that before, but this is in a
in a
penitentiary,
fucking
bro.
prison. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I tell my wife all the time, like, probably the happiest I've ever been at life and was that little bit I did in prison, man.
Yep.
Because like
Well, mind you, just like you, I didn't have any kids, so
yeah,
I didn't have anything to worry about. Now, the only thing that really got to me is the girl I was with, who got me on the Xanax, who I was living with, that was 10 years older than me. She ended up ODing and dying while I was in prison. Her
wow.
baby dad actually went to my mom to tell my mom so she could tell me, or else I would have had no idea. They didn't let me go to the
Can't
funeral,
go to
nothing like
funeral,
that.
nothing like that.
But that was literally the only thing that fucked with me. Every other day, bro. Listen, I mean, to an addict, it's kind of a seamless transition, right? There's no responsibilities. I didn't have a job. When I first got in there, I had to work in the kitchen for like a week, but then I got in school. So now all I do is go to school, no job, kicking it. My mom still holding me down,
Yep.
making sure I got
My
money.
commissary.
Now me and my buddies are opening up a store. Now we're, you know what I mean? We're doing good. Like I'm doing good. No worries, no stresses at all, right? And it kind of almost sets you up for failure because once you get into the real world, you don't know how to prepare for it at
Yeah.
this point because you've just been coasting. They provide your food if you need it,
Say what to wear,
what to
what to
wear,
eat, when
when
to
you
go,
can do
yeah.
this, when you can do that, if you can go outside, if you can't, boom, boom. Like, pardon me, you become programmed. And then, like, literally, bro, the day I got out of there, I still felt like I was doing something wrong. Like, when
Yeah.
I was in the gas station, I'm like, holy shit. Like, I'm in the gas station. Like, it just didn't feel right. I got in the car. It felt like I was on a roller coaster. My mom's driving, like, you got to slow the fuck down. Like, you going through these hills and shit. Like, it was just, I was so, it was a weird, weird feeling. I was numb when I got out. And you would have thought that all of that would have made me not do drugs anymore.
Yeah, so that was that not the
Not
case?
the case.
So you get out
It
of
was for a
prison.
while, for a
Okay.
month, maybe 2. I'm clean, doing my thing, smoking weed. Mom knows I'm smoking weed. Everything's gravy. She giving me money to get weed. You know what I mean? She'd rather me smoke weed than go do some wild shit, right? So end up getting a call from the um, girl I knew from the streets. Actually, the guy I told you about, who was my brother in the workout and in prison, it was his baby mother.
Okay.
So I knew both of them from the street. So I would even joke with him, like, bro, I'm going home, bro. I'm about to get with old girl. He like, don't. He's like, you're crazy. Don't do it, bro. I'm telling you. Don't listen. She calls me up. Let me take you out. Comes, takes me out and shit. Everything's gravy. So now I'm hanging out with her and she's hanging out with her friends who I also knew from the street. And they're supposedly clean. They're telling me they're clean because no junkie is going to tell someone who's not on drugs that they're on drugs, right?
Absolutely
No
not,
one
no.
wants to be the junkie, right? So they're hiding it from me. And the more I'm over there, I'm clearly seeing like, nah, these motherfuckers is on some other shit, right? So dude's like, man, what if we did have some? Would you do it? I'm like, yeah, probably. And that's all it took. So now I'm right back into it.
Man.
Boom. Fucking up. Mom's, I'm taking money from her. Everything starts coming back, right? You just now you're back into the shit, robbing people, stealing, conniving, hustling, you know what I mean? Taking advantage of everyone in arm's distance. My grandmother, my cut, anyone who had any bit of love for me got taken advantage
Yeah,
of.
oh yeah.
Flat, I mean, straight up. And no, again, no one wants to believe that, you know what I mean, you're an addict, right? They want to give you the benefit of the
Yeah,
doubt.
he did
No
his
one wants
time.
to think of you in a negative way because they love you. And I was able to take advantage of that. So really what got me
Are you on PRC after you
I'm
get
on
out?
PRC, but the
Okay,
coolest PRC guy ever,
okay.
right? So Officer Knight, shout out Officer Knight if you watching, big dog. But he was so cool. He told me like from our first interaction, because you got to report the next day when you get out, right?
Mhm.
So I go talk to him and he's like, man, how'd you get into this situation? He's like, you're so put together, you're articulate, you speak well, you know what I mean? You seem like a really good guy. How the fuck did this happen? And I told him, like, told him my story. I was on drugs. One thing led to another. He's like, man, I'm gonna get you off of this as soon as possible. I don't want you in this system no more. It's designed to keep you in, but I don't want you locked in this system, bro.
Damn,
So
Knight.
he would tell me, bro, like, so I piss test the first time, came back dirty for marijuana, told him I was smoking weed in jail. So he was no problem. He was like, well, if I piss test, next time I piss test you, you can't have anything. Do you know when he piss tested me the next time?
That
The
mother
day he let me off PRC.
Wow.
So I'm getting fucking high every
Wow.
day, doing bullshit. Would have to report to him once a month, or I think it was once a month. Then he would let me know, like, okay, I have to do a home visit I'll be there Wednesday at 3. They're not even supposed to tell you this shit.
No.
Make sure nothing's out there. Just clean up everything. If you are, don't let me find anything. Like that's how fucking cool this dude was, bro. So I was supposed to be on PRC for 3 years. When you got an F2, it's a mandatory PRC first and foremost, but I got sentenced to 3 years. He had me off in a year. So
Wow.
the last day he was like, listen, your last day is when I seen him the 1 month, he was like, next month is your last month, and I'm getting you off of here. He's like, do not have a dirty. I'm piss testing you. Do not be dirty. Well, I'm dirty as fuck. So now I'm thinking, man, what the fuck am I going to do? Had a buddy of mine, one of our close friends of our three, our close friend,
Really narrows it
he
down.
has kids, right? So I call him. I'm like, bro, I need some piss. He's like, what? You need piss? Like, he don't know what's going on. He's like, why the fuck would you be calling me asking me for my kids' piss? I'm like, man, listen, I'm getting dropped. I gotta be clean, right? So he's like, all right. So I get the piss. I put it in a condom, tie it, and just keep it on my
On the
junk, right?
nuts, yeah.
So we go piss. Now at this time, he's not even watching me. He literally just lets me go in the bathroom and piss. So I take it. When I'm trying to untie the condom, all the pee falls everywhere. So I was
Mm.
able to collect, I mean, the smallest amount of piss in this jar, right? I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna do? I'm like, I'm freaking the fuck out. So I'm like, fuck it, just sell this shit, right? So I go out there, I'm like, man, I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know if I got kidney stones or not, but I could barely, this is enough, this is all I could give you. I'm thinking he's gonna be like, sorry, buddy, drink some more.
Yeah.
He's like, no problem, takes a little piss, runs it clean,
Wow.
writes me off, done, donezo.
Done with
I'm like,
PRC.
what the fuck, right? The
Saved.
people that take me don't even think I'm coming out of here because they
Ugh.
know, like, you know what I mean? I could easily go to jail, right? Because they know I'm out here
50-50.
dirty as fuck and just wilding, right? Come out clear. No muss, no fuss. So
So you're
now
not
I'm
you're not
really
tied down to anything
nothing.
now.
Now I'm free as a bird. Now I'm really wilding out. Like I'm going hard, robbing, stealing, cheating, lying, whatever the case. What got so now my mom finds out. I got people in the house. We're clearly fucked up, nodding out in my room. Fucking people just sprawled out all over the place. They're getting in arguments with my mom because my mom's sick of the fucking people being in her house. I'm like, chill out, mom. It's cool. So she finally gets enough is enough. You gotta go. I don't know where you're going, but you got to go. So I'm like, fuck, right? Like I never thought this day was coming, right? She was always my support system, my
Yeah.
enabler, the biggest enabler. And she had enough. She's like, you gotta go, right? So at this point, while I'm locked up, again, I told you my dad was going through addiction. Well, he gets clean while I'm in prison. He goes to the VA program. He gets clean. He's working at the VA hospital, making great money. Now he's got his own shit set up in Cleveland, Ohio. So I'm like, I call my pops. He's like, man, I got you, bro. Come out here. I'll get you together. So mind you, I tell you, everybody loves me, right? Even my dope dealers love me. So
Yeah.
the guy that I'm getting shit off of, he also has liquid methadone. But he's trying to tell me that every time I'm copping, why are you doing this, bro? You have so much potential. But yet he's still selling me the
Oh,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
drugs, right? But he wants to give you a story and you're so great. So I tell him, I'm done. I'm going to Cleveland. He's like, bro, if you're really done, come see me. I'm going to give you some methadone free of charge to help you get off this shit so you're not sick. Gave me a jar of that shit, right?
Wow.
And it was good. Like I mean, it
A
worked.
good shot.
So now I'm in Cleveland, just me and my pops having the best time of my life out there, bro. Um, we're bonding, we're fucking best friends, we're going out, bars and kicking it, you know what I mean? And he's got his shit together. So he makes sure I got my cigarettes, my weed, if I want to drink, he's got everything. He is taking care of
He's
me
like dadding now.
100%. Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
real dad. So thank God I got that time with him. Like we really fucking bonded, you know what I mean? Because my father, I don't know if you know, really recently just passed about
I
two
did see that, yeah.
back in January. He
Yeah.
passed. So to be able to have that connection, bro, was everything to me, man. So not only did he take care of me, now my girl that I'm with at the time, he brings her up there, takes care of her, makes sure she has everything she needs. Her feminine products and every makeup and cigarettes, weed, we're good. So we're fucking now we're fucked up because she comes to Cleveland
With
with shit.
man.
And I know she's coming to Cleveland with shit. And I'm trying to get her here. Come on, come on. She's stalling. Well, she ends up robbing her baby daddy for his check that he just got, comes to Cleveland with me. So now he's blowing my phone up. That fucking bitch took all my phone. I'm like, man, fuck you. Da, 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 da. Boom. So now I know she's on the way. This crackhead that used to be my like personal cab driver, this African dude who smoked hella crack. I got him to drive her from Columbus to Cleveland. She comes down, get high that night. Boom. Back into the thick of it. So now when we run out of her drugs, because she brought enough for us to last us probably 2-3 days. But
Okay.
now it's over with.
Now
So
what?
now what? Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, I'm in Cleveland. I don't know anybody out here. but I know how to spot a fucking addict, right? So I'm like, let me go for a walk. Give me some money.
I'll be
I'll
back.
come back with some
Yeah.
shit, right? So I go out, bro. It took me 10 minutes. See these two white kids, guy and a girl. They're like just chilling, but I could see it. I'm like, I go up to them. I'm like, listen, I'm not no police officer. They're like, why would you say that?
Yeah, you open
I'm
with
like,
that.
where's the dope at? They're like, no, we don't do no. What are you talking about? I'm like, listen, bro. I clearly see the track marks. I know I'm in this shit, bro. Just where's the dope at? Sure enough, they're like, we can get you some dope. Now, this was powder at the time, brown powder. They go get me the dope, back in it. So they use my phone to call the dope boy. Well,
Ah,
now
it
I don't need
fucked up
them.
there,
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
need them. So now I'm calling the dope boy, young kid. Now he's serving me, right? But I'm still not working. My girl's not working. I'm solely, she had a couple bucks that she came up with, but we went through that quick. So now I'm stealing from my dad. He's sleeping. I'm reaching in his pocket, going down in the ATM. They had an ATM in the lobby of the apartment complex, bro. So it was
Wow.
super easy,
That's
right?
real convenient.
Nice. Now I'm pinching him. And then he would give me money too. I'm like, Dad, can you give me some money? We want to go down there. Used to be a little, like a spot around the corner that sold like hamburgers and had like video games and shit. So he's thinking he's giving us money to go have hamburgers and shit. We're taking the money and copping dope. So now I don't have any money. Sick. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? So there was like a newspaper that had like these advertisement ads in there, and there was like a fake $100 bill like printed in the,
In the newspaper.
yeah, like it was
Okay.
like an advertisement thing, right? Like call such and whatever, but it had like a fake $100 bill in there. So I cut that out, folded it up so it looked like $100 bill. Call my dude. Mind you, I'm only getting 20s. Now I'm like, I need 100.
Need a
He's
yeah.
like, damn, what the fuck,
Need a
right?
gram, brother.
Yeah, and it's dark out, right? So every time I've met with him, all he does, he tells me where to go. He pulls up in a van. I hand him the money. He hands me the shit. He rides off. I go about my shit. He goes about his. So it's dark at this point. So I meet him in an apartment complex. He comes by. I give him the fake 100. He gives me the dope. I turn around. He's like, what the fuck is this? I don't even turn around. I just keep booking, right? So now I hear him skirt off. Now there's a gas station. So in this apartment complex, there's a fence. So I could squeeze through the fence. A car can't. A
Yeah,
car would have to
yeah.
go out and come back around. Well, there's a gas station right there. So what I do is I run. I hear him coming. So I run and I'm hiding by where the propane tanks are, right? I'm just chilling there, like in the cut. He comes in, he circles, he doesn't see me. For some reason, he comes back, spots me.
Mm.
So now I come out, I start running. This motherfucker hits me with his van. Boom, I fly up, come crashing down, fuck my elbow all up. He's like, give me my dope back. I'm like, no. He pulls the gun out.
Oh,
I run into the gas station. I'm like, if he's gonna kill me, he's
you
gonna
gotta
kill
do
me
it
on
in
camera,
front of
motherfucker.
witnesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run in the gas station. Dude's like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, he trying to kill me. I fucked this girl. He mad I fucked this girl. This motherfucker was like he want, like I could tell and he had his girl in the car. So now bravado and ego's involved,
Oh,
right? He
yeah.
can't be the guy that just
Can't
got
be that
taken
soft
advantage
ass
of by
dude.
some
Yeah.
fucking drug addict, right? So like he is pissed. He's fucking aiming the gun out the outside. He's like, I'm telling you, bro, when you come, you're done, right? I'm like, call the police, call the police. So dude calls the
Jesus.
police. That's what makes him leave up out of there.
You hightail it.
I go home with the dope, but I'm freaked out. I'm like, man, I really almost. This was the first time I felt like I really almost lost my
Like
life.
I
Every
pushed.
other instance, never felt threatened, never felt in danger, ever. All the robberies, all the shit I was doing, never felt scared. This time I was shook, and now I gotta live here. So now every time I leave,
You gotta
now he
watch your
doesn't know
back.
where I live. He never been to my apartment, but literally where we would meet at was literally across the street from my apartment
Oh
complex. So
man.
every time I'm walking, bro, I'm scared to death I'm gonna see this guy, right? I'm gonna see him. Never seen him. But that's what made me finally stop. After that shit was done, I'm like, I can't do this no more. I'm done, bro.
And
Done.
you didn't take the traditional like AA
No,
route, NA,
no,
whatever. Like,
no.
so what'd you do?
Just stop. You get to a point, bro.
You just get sick and tired of being
Sick and
sick and
tired of
tired.
being sick and tired, bro. And I told my girl I was with, I'm like, listen, if you want to do this shit, I can't. I'm done. I'm done. I'm stealing from my daddy, who's got me in his house, who's been generous
Isn't that
and
crazy?
taking
Like
care of everything.
everything taken care of. Couldn't have a more perfect situation. We'll find a way to fuck it up
Yeah.
every time.
Yep. Yep. And then that's like what really broke me. I'm like, dude, I can't. This is not me. It was never me. Like even when I was in the depths of my addiction, it was I never felt like me. I've always been nice guy, big heart. I want to help people. I don't want to steal and lie and connive and cheat and rob and but when that addiction's there, oh that shit's out the window.
Yeah.
So like I was truly missing me, like truly missing the person I was and almost that situation opened my eyes enough like bro, you ain't got too many opportunities. You're eventually shit's gonna catch
The
up to
house
you.
always wins, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts. And all the people that I was getting high with before, they're all dead, overdosed, got murdered, like shit. Like, bro, I'm no lie, 10 people at least that would are dead, no
Mhm.
longer here with us. That I was getting high with and partying with on a daily, are literally gone and dead. So that kind of shit starts thinking. And then I just prayed to God, bro. I just had a real live moment. I was in the shower. I just prayed to God. I'm like, listen, if you can help me get through this sickness, I'm done. And I'll be honest with you, wasn't that bad, bro. Maybe two
Really?
or 3 days. Shits, upset stomach, that kind of shit. The anxiousness. But I'm drinking. Now I'm just like taking liquor and just trying to like numb
Yeah,
the
yeah.
sickness. But after 3 or 4 days, I was good, bro. I'm like,
Man.
yep. I didn't feel 100%, but I wasn't sick. I wasn't like, what am I gonna do? I gotta get some fucking drugs. Like I was mentally done with it, and
And haven't touched shit
never looked.
since.
Nope, never went back, bro.
And ironically enough, our Rat Pack as kids, right? We've
Yeah,
all there are 3 of us growing up.
yeah.
We're all turned out to be addicts and alcoholics. Uh,
And kind of all had a similar
Fucked
situation. Now
up.
the other one,
Yeah.
it wasn't drugs, but it was still a It was
A
still
a weird
a weird
atmosphere,
situation,
yeah.
right?
So,
So
like, yeah, he becomes a full-blown alcoholic as an adult,
yeah,
right? You go to Cleveland, you get clean, and
get clean,
then
come back, and
somehow
then
you guys reconnect, and then
well, no, actually, so what's crazy is I got him clean.
that's what I'm talking
Yeah, yeah,
about,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I'm in Cleveland at this point now. I got my own apartment. Me and my chick got our own apartment. We're doing good. We're both working. Everything's straight. He calls me up one day and he's like, "Bro, shit's bad. I done fucking drove my car into a mailbox and almost hit this lady's house with my kids in the car. I'm probably gonna go to jail and like shit's bad." He was like, "I just need some help, bro." So what my dad did for me, I did for him. I'm
You
like, bro, just
fucking
get up here. I got you, bro. You ain't gotta worry about shit. Just get up here. And he came up here. I had
eh
a 1 bedroom apartment, bro.
yeah, he slept on the couch, didn't
Slept
he?
on the couch, steal my cigarettes and shit. I want to beat him up, like, bro, stop fucking stealing my cigarettes. But got him together, bro,
Yeah,
and
he's
he
been
never went
clean
back.
he's been clean, what, 12 something like that,
A
12,
long
10 years,
time,
something like that,
long
yeah.
time, bro. And literally detoxed in my crib, bro.
Yeah, that's
Never touched it.
nuts, bro.
Yeah, but it's a mental thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, AA and NA. If that's what helps you, by all means, you know what I mean. Go for it. I would never, tell someone to do anything different. But I think a lot of it, most of it, is just mental. I think
Yeah.
what gets you in the drugs in the first place, of course, is trying to mask whatever issues you underlying issues you're dealing with that you try to keep suppressed, right? Then when you do those drugs, it's like a blanket over those. You don't have
Yeah.
to worry about it anymore. You don't feel it anymore. And not to say that I had a bunch of pain and resentment, but probably
I mean,
surely had
there's
some. Like, you know
trauma
what
in
I mean?
there.
Like I've witnessed trauma at a very young age. So I'm sure there was things that I had festering that as soon as that feeling of those drugs hit, it kind of erased it.
Mhm.
And so that was part of the allure too. You know what I mean? I can be numb. I don't have to
I don't have to think about these
think. I don't have
things.
to feel. I don't have to worry. I can just be in, la la land
Yeah.
and just be numb to the world. But when you're done and you're really, really done, I think the same rule applies. Like it's mental, bro. Like you have to get there mentally. The mental controls the physical. So
Mhm.
the physical sickness is all coming from the mind anyway. The thought that, oh God, you don't have any drugs, you know you're gonna be sick. Oh, you're gonna start hurting in a minute, you're gonna start getting nauseous, you're gonna start shitting. Well, yeah, the mind controls all of that, right? Not to say that there's no physical, because surely it is, but I think 90% of it's mental, bro. Like,
Yeah, regardless of what route you take, like,
yeah,
if you're not done, you're not done. I don't
right.
care how
And no
much
one can
AA you
get you there.
how much praying you do, if you're
Yeah,
not ready to be done,
for sure.
you're not done. So, yeah, it's like if you're not done, you're not done, right? You
No,
gotta
for
be
sure.
sick and tired of being sick and
Yep.
tired and,
And
like,
no one can get you there except for you,
yeah,
right? So
life's gotta
all
get
the
bad
love and
enough.
oh, we got to get them rehab and we got to do this. If the person's not ready to quit, you're wasting time and effort. Like
Yeah.
you literally have to get to a point where you're just done. Like I don't want to live this way no more. You know what I mean? So thankfully I was able to get to that point. And mind you, I did a whole lot of dirt in a very short period of time. Like my throes of addiction, if you total it all up, maybe 2.5 years.
That's insane.
Yeah, like wasn't a long
A
time, but
fucking
a
tornado,
lot of
bud.
shit happened within that time, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
So what?
nuts.
How much? How long you been clean now?
Well, I'd say since 2011.
That's insane, bro. That's like
Yeah,
what, 14 years?
yeah.
So what's life like today?
Nah, man.
You're back in
So
Columbus, right?
yep, been in
Okay.
Columbus for a long time. I actually went through a tumultuous marriage, so that was tough. Um, Now I have literally the sweetest, most amazing woman in the world. So soon enough, we'll be getting married
All
and
right.
making that making that real. And yeah, I couldn't be happier, bro. Like I literally wake up and I'm grateful just to be in the position I am. Because what's crazy, Aaron, is I used to be when I was addicted to drugs and I'm on my way to go cop drugs, and you would see the people in the car next to you and they're going to work or they're
Mm-hmm.
doing this, and you'd be like, God damn, if I could just get there. If I could just get there, I'm good. And now, you know what I mean? I got to check myself sometimes when you don't feel like going to work or you
Yeah.
don't. I'm like, dude, this is your dream. You prayed for this shit. So, being able to be grateful and to be present is everything, bro. And like I said, I got an amazing family now. My fiance, soon to be fiance, her family is amazing. She has kids that we all live together.
You got some steppies, huh?
Yeah, man, and it's just a healthy relationship. You know what I mean? Um, it's just I couldn't be happier, bro.
It's weird though, right? It's
Yeah.
like how normal it is. Like
Yeah,
the shit I get upset about. Like I'm upset about not being able to mow my grass.
right.
Like
Because it's raining for
me,
4 days.
from 5 years ago would have kicked my own ass. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what's your problem, man?
yeah.
And
No,
then, like,
100%,
those
bro.
are my life problems now, and it's weird.
Yep. So I've had been at the same job almost 13
You
years.
still in the sales game?
Always in the sales field. And so now I train salespeople.
Oh
So I'm a
God.
trainer. But was selling windows and bathrooms for a long time. Love my job. Love the company I work with. And this, which I was telling you, is crazy. Like if people were to see this, they're gonna be like, what? Like they would have no fucking clue or idea of the story,
Where you came
where I
from.
came from and what I've been through. So, like I was telling you earlier, I was a little nervous just to put it out there like that, but just because of perception, like you don't want these people that
Thinking you're a
respect
slime ball.
you and look at you in a certain type of light to feel a certain type of way. But at the end of the day, man, it's a story of strength and
It's a redemption story.
resilience and redemption, right?
Yep.
So, stand here proud today to tell you where I've been and where I'm at and where I'm going. Like my fiance is opening up a business, so bright future ahead of me, man, and couldn't be happier, bro.
And it's weird. Like if you would have told me, God would have came down and said, on this day, you'll be
Yeah,
sitting across from you on
yeah,
this platform. I was like, I want whatever dope you got, man, because that
for
sounds
sure.
great. It's just it's weird how the world works.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Uh,
It's nuts, bro.
Tony, man, my fucking guy.
Nah, love
Absolutely on it. I love you too, man.
you, bro.
Yeah,
You gotta get. I don't think people really know your story as well. Like I watched your podcast, bro, but the shit you went through, bro. Like people wouldn't even begin to
It's-
imagine it. You know
sometimes
what I'm
I tell my wife something, and she's like, "That's not normal." I was like,
Yeah,
I thought it was.
right.
Like,
It's
yeah,
what I know, right?
Yeah, it's what I know.
Yeah, man. But maybe
Um,
we'll do a part two when
yeah.
co-host gets back and down the road and see how things go. But I really appreciate the
It's been
opportunity.
an absolute
bro.
honor. It's probably the most like looking forward to
No,
one I've
for
sat
sure.
down to do.
I knew you were like, you kept messaging me like, are you sure? I'm like, damn, bro. I said we were
man.
going to do it, man. Relax. I'm not going to tell you something that ain't true. But I really appreciate the opportunity, bro. And hopefully, people can look at this and use it for some sort of
Yeah.
inspiration or,
Yeah.
anything. But definitely want to get more into telling my story. Just try to impact and make a difference, talking to kids or just somehow to be able to help, you know what I mean, to take the bullshit I've went through and kind of inspire people by it and hopefully eliminate people from having to go
Yeah,
through
having to
that,
go down
you know
that
what I
same
mean?
route.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man. I love you. I'm proud of you,
Love you too,
brother.
my
And
brother.
yeah,
Appreciate you.
man.
You too, man.
Thank you, thank you,
Congratulations on
thank you.
everything you got
Appreciate
going
it.
on. All right,
Well,
man. It's been
we're
fun, bro.
yes, it has.